God spoke to Moses, "Cut out 2 tablets of stone, just like the originals, and engrave on them the words that were on the original tablets you smashed. Be ready in the morning to climb Mount Sinai and get set to meet me on top of the mountain. Not a soul is to go with you. The whole mountain must be clear of people, even animals. Not even sheep or oxen can be grazing in front of the mountain." So Moses cut 2 tablets of stone, just like the originals. He got up early in the morning and climbed Mount Sinai, as God had commanded him, carrying the 2 tablets of stone. God descended in the cloud and took up his position there beside him and called out the name, God. God passed in front of him and called out, God. God, a God of mercy and grace, endlessly patient, so much love, so deeply true, loyal in love for 1,000 generations, forgiving iniquity, rebellion, and sin. Still, he doesn't ignore sin. He holds sons and grandsons responsible for a father's sins to the 3rd and even 4th generation. At once, Moses fell to the ground and worshipped, saying, "Please, O Master, if you see anything good in me, please, Master, travel with us, hard-headed as these people are. Forgive our iniquity and sin. Own us, possess us." And God said, "As of right now, I'm making a covenant with you. In full sight of your people, I will work wonders that have never been created in all the earth, in any nation. Then all the people with whom you're living will see how tremendous God's work is, the work I'll do for you. Take careful note of all I command you today. I'm clearing your way by driving out Amorites, Canaanites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. Stay vigilant. Don't let down your guard, lest you make covenant with the people who live in the land that you are entering, and they trip you up. Tear down their altars, smash their phallic pillars, chop down their fertility poles. Don't worship any other god. God, his name is the Jealous One, is a jealous God. Be careful that you don't make a covenant with the people who live in the land and take up with their sex and religion life. Join them in meals at their altars. Marry your sons to their women, women who take up with any convenient god or goddess, and will get your sons to do the same thing. Don't make molten gods for yourselves. Keep the feast of unraised bread. Eat only unraised bread for 7 days in the month of Abib. It was in the month of Abib that you came out of Egypt. Every firstborn from the womb is mine, all the males of your herds, your firstborn oxen and sheep. Redeem your firstborn donkey with a lamb. If you don't redeem it, you must break its neck. Redeem each of your firstborn sons. No one is to show up in my presence empty-handed. Work 6 days and rest the 7th. Stop working even during plowing and harvesting. Keep the Feast of Weeks with the first cutting of the wheat harvest, and the Feast of Ingathering at the turn of the year. All your men are to appear before the Master, the God of Israel, 3 times a year. You won't have to worry about your land when you appear before your God 3 times each year. For I will drive out the nations before you and give you plenty of land. Nobody's going to be hanging around plotting ways to get it from you. Don't mix the blood of my sacrifices with anything fermented. Don't leave leftovers from the Passover feast until morning. Bring the finest of the first fruits of your produce to the house of your God. Don't boil a kid in its mother's milk. God said to Moses, "Now write down these words, for by these words I've made a covenant with you and Israel." Moses was there with God 40 days and 40 nights. He didn't eat any food. He didn't drink any water. And he wrote on the tablets the words of the covenant, the 10 words. When Moses came down from Mount Sinai, carrying the 2 tablets of the testimony, he didn't know that the skin of his face glowed because he had been speaking with God. Aaron and all the Israelites saw Moses, saw his radiant face, and held back, afraid to get close to him. Moses called out to them. Aaron and the leaders in the community came back, and Moses talked with them. Later, all the Israelites came up to him, and he passed on the commands, everything that God had told him on Mount Sinai. When Moses finished speaking with them, he put a veil over his face. But when he went into the presence of God to speak with him, he removed the veil until he came out. When he came out and told the Israelites what he had been commanded, they would see Moses' face, its skin glowing, and then he would again put the veil on his face until he went back in to speak with God.